In the spring of 2020, the whole world went on lockdown. Class was cancelled, and with nothing else to do, I decided to binge watch some anime. Out of all the anime I've watched during quarantine, the one that stood out to me the most was mobpsycho 100. Mobpsycho 100 is one of those anime that I consider the best and quite possibly a masterpiece. I know it's cliche to say that every best anime everyone has ever watched is a masterpiece, but you have to understand that when I first watched mobpsycho, I was blown away. From the story, the characters, the animation, and so much more. What makes this anime so special is that it's very different from your average shonen anime. You know, the ones where the main character would just constantly fight bad guys and grow stronger. But here in mobpsycho, the main character is already strong. Too strong. It's already common knowledge that this anime is created by one, the guy known for creating One Punch Man. Although his art style may not look appealing, his unique writing makes up for it. The ability to tell a fantastic story with a simplistic art style makes mobpsycho incredibly unique. And to make things better, the animators from Studio Bones went all out on these animations. Just look at it. They make the fight scene so intense. Combined with the visuals, the expressions, the comedy, and the heartwarming moments, the animation is just perfect. Since mobpsycho officially ended, I want to use this video to explain why this anime is so incredible. My name is FourEyeFreak, and this is a tribute to mobpsycho 100. The story follows a young middle schooler named Shigeo Kageyama, or Mob, who has psychic powers far more powerful than anyone else. Despite being so powerful, he wants to live a normal life without relying on his powers. He doesn't have much going on in his life, and he isn't exactly great at academics, sports, and being confident. He's kinda like me in real life. He also works part-time exorcising evil spirits with a guy named Reigen Arataka, who happens to be his mentor and a lovable con artist. You could say he's like the Saul Goodman of anime. He does not have psychic powers, but he shows Mob that there is more to life than just having powers, and teaches him how to control them for the better. The reason why Mob doesn't want to rely on his powers is that he is afraid of hurting people. When he has an emotional outburst, his powers would spiral out of control, which will lead him to suppress his emotions. The fear of hurting others, especially villains, would hold him back from greatness. But that all changed when he decided that he wants to improve himself. He realized that he has one goal in mind: to ask out his crush Tsubomi. To achieve this, he joins the Body Improvement Club, and thus begins Mob's journey to self-improvement. Without using his psychic powers, of course. You'd expect the Body Improvement Club to be one of those stereotypical jocks you've seen on shows and movies. Nerd! But they're not. They genuinely see Mob's determination to improve himself. They are always supportive, cheering him on whenever they can because they care about him. Speaking of the Body Improvement Club, the characters throughout the series are fleshed out and well written. This show made us care about these characters and relate to them in many ways. Like Ritsu, who was envious of Mob's psychic powers and will later improve their relationship as brothers. Dimple, who wanted to become a god but would end up becoming one of Mob's best friends. And so many more characters I could talk about, but that would take too long. As the series progressed, Mob would meet other espers just like him. The difference between Mob and the other espers is that they think highly of themselves because they have psychic powers, but in reality, they are just human. They felt like the world rejected them for who they are and wanted to be accepted. Teruki, for example, once thought highly of himself because he had psychic powers. After fighting Mob, he realized that he's just an average person, and will later on become his friend throughout the rest of the series. Another example would be Tuichiro, the boss of Claw. This is one of the few exceptions where Mob decided to use his powers to fight back and stop him from world domination. As Tuichiro is about to explode, possibly getting killed, Mob decided that he wanted to save him, and attempts to absorb all of his energy. And he was able to save him, which in turn, he was able to change himself. As for the other espers, they also realized their flaws and changed themselves for the better. The thing about Mob is that he is a kind-hearted person. He shows empathy and sees the good in people. He tries to help them, even if they are villains. And it makes me happy to see Mob giving these characters a chance to redeem themselves and improve as a person. All these characters played a part in Mob's growth, but I think one of the most important characters that played a huge part in Mob's growth was Reigen. As I said before, despite being a fraud with no powers, he genuinely cares about Mob, even risking his life for him. In mid-season 2, when the whole world turned against him after being exposed as a fraud, he had no friends to turn to, and realized that Mob was the only friend he ever had. Even though he comes across as shady, Deep down, he is a good person, which is what Mob told him. Instead of screwing people over, he actually solves his clients' problems to their satisfying needs. He offers advice to people, even the villains during the 7th Division arc. This shows that he wants to help people and make a difference in the world. His relationship with Mob changed him for the better, that same kid who came to him for advice when he was about to quit. If there's one thing that mobpsycho teaches us, it's growth. This is a show where we see Mob's journey to self-improvement, and the visuals and animation help convey that. There are moments that make us happy, sad, laugh. It even makes us question what the hell we were doing with our lives. The ending of this anime made me sad, but at the same time, it made me happy. Even though he got rejected by Tsubomi, that's okay. He achieved his goal of asking her out and had the courage to do so, and that's what's most important. The series started with Mob struggling and doing whatever it takes to improve as a person, and in the end, he finally did it. He grew confident, became vice president of the Body Improvement Club, and lived a happy life with his friends. Usually most anime, even the best ones, had terrible endings, but I believe mobpsycho nailed that ending. Looking back on middle school, I wasn't exactly great at everything, but I decided that I want to improve myself. I wanted to be better than the person I was. I was able to socialize with my friends more often and tend to my hobbies, like editing this video right now. Mobpsycho inspired me to be the change I want to be in this world. That is what makes this anime so incredible, and for that, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for watching my video. This is actually my first time making a video essay like this, and as you can tell by the title, this video is inspired by Jschlatt's tribute to Minecraft. I may not be great at writing essays or coming up with words, but I will always try my best to improve my writing skills. So if you like my video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll make more videos like this in the future.